What's up? What's up? What's up? I love that song. How is everybody doing? Can you hear me? Let me see. Yep, I got levels bouncing around. Looks like you can hear me. I got the bright lights on me. It is Sunday night, and it's time for a YouTube Live. I was about to say it's time for a Wednesday weekly update, but it's not time for that. That's not time yet. First of all, I hope everybody's doing really good. Got some fun stuff, some different stuff tonight. We're gonna work on some new VHS stuff for next year, and I'll tell a little bit more about that. But first off, before we get started, I was going to show you guys some goodies. I know you guys have been seeing the Haunted 8s that are coming out that we're going to start shipping on Monday. The Haunted 8s, it's kind of hard to tell in this dark lighting with this super bright foiling. But one thing I want to tell you guys about the Haunted 8s, these are obviously printed by Expert Playing Card Company, and we've been really working on getting the handling better and better with each print run that we do. Listen to this. Oh, I love it. Anyways, we've been really trying to get the finish and the handling with these really heavily foiled cards better and better with every run, and I'm really excited that these are every time each new print run that we do, it keeps getting better and better, and these handle really well. I'll do another fan. I'm not a very good fanner, but I'm very pleased with how these turned out, how the finish turned out. Yeah, I really couldn't be happier. I'll see if I can do I'm not very good at these things. Look at that. Boom. Was that even on camera? I don't even know if that's on camera. Shunk. Really good handling. Super excited about those. Put that back up. This week I finally got a huge, let me see this, my questions already. Yes, there are 2 tuck cases for Haunted 8s. The LTDs are sold out, bro. Our LTD slots are completely full, as well as our gilded slots. So foil is only on the back side of the Haunted 8s. The fronts really didn't call for it that much. A lot of people have been asking, but I finally got one. It was the first time that I actually got to see the final one. But this is not a gilded deck, but this is the gilded book box for Robin Hood. So I can get it to, there you go. Got a little Robin Hood on the spine. My lights are really bad for this kind of stuff. They're good for faces. Can't really tell, but got like edge printing, make it look like pages. A little magnet. But anyways, we got this one. We got the book box for the Robin Hood. Man, I need to clean up my messy desk. I got so many goodies this week. We've been waiting for a lot of stuff to come in, and we got a lot of stuff that came in. This is the gilded. This is the gilded book box for the Haunted 8s. Look at that. Boom. Haunted 8s. With gold. You kind of see it, the black on black foiling. I got it upside down. Haunted 8s. Black on black foiling. Haunted 8s. It says Conjured. You can't really see it. It says Conjured by Jackson Robinson. Gold, black soft touch interior. Pretty stoked about that. Let's see what else we got. You know, something else I was pleasantly surprised with is let me show you this first. this may not be that big of a deal to some people, but it's a big deal to me because I'm pretty excited about it. When I was a kid, my grandmother, her name was, we called her Big Non. She started buying us these Texas Capitol ornaments, Christmas ornaments, like in 1992. And she bought one for my brother and I every year. She passed away like 2006. Excuse me. She bought us one every year. And after she passed away, my mom started buying us the Texas State Capitol ornaments. And I've always wanted to make a Christmas ornament for my company and do one every year. And this year is the first year for the 2020 King's Wild Christmas ornament. It says, work with your hands, mind your own business. King's Wild Project 2020. We made a short run of these, but I'm super excited about those. Got all kinds of goodies. It's like Christmas this past week. What else do I have I want to show you? Oh, I was very pleasantly surprised that my new King's Wild Threads project, what was I thinking about? Oh, yeah. My new shirts. I'm going to show you the shirts. I finally got the shirts in. They're awesome. They're dope. But one of the things I'm doing with the King's Wild Threads, it's a new fun shirt line that we're releasing. With every shirt, I'm going to print a short run of about 150 decks because we make 150 shirts of each design here in the beginning, at least. We're making 150 shirts of each design, and then we're going to make 150 decks that go with it. And I printed these short run of decks with MPC. Don't get all bent out of shape because it's MPC. I've printed with MPC before. Here's the first deck that's going to come out with the first shirt. It's got little King's Wild heads on it. I've printed with MPC before. I printed with MPC early on in the King's Wild shorts, but this is the first time that I printed on their new, they call it the beta playing card stock. And let me tell you, it's delicious. Like, I'm not a very good card mechanic, and I have not gotten, oh my gosh, I can't talk. I have not gotten a bad fan since I opened this deck. It handles great. It is super smooth. It feels like butter. I mean, I'm actually really, really surprised at how good. The edges are clean. The edges are cut really nice. It fans buttery smooth. You know what? Ferrule's really good. Look at that. I was very, very pleased with it. See here. Look at that. I mean, it hasn't got a bad fan yet. Anyways, I mean, I'll do it again. Look at this. Bonk. Really, really excited about that. But anyways, this is the first deck. Let me see if I can get to there. Got the King's Wild heads. And this deck, I'm going to show you the shirts now. So, I have three first shirts for my first three shirts here. So, this is the first one right here. Boom. King's Wild, the red King's Wild. Look at that tag. Boom. King's Wild Threads. I feel like I'm on QVC. Got a really cool tag in there. I'll just take it off the freaking hanger. Got a really nice tag. King's Wild Threads. But this is the first shirt design, and that's that one, the red that goes to. Got a nice little Kingswild label on the pocket. And then we also have on the hem, got this really cool Kingswild threads there. And all the buttons. I don't know if you can see the buttons. But the buttons, see if it'll focus. Come here. Maybe not. There we go. It says Kingswild on the buttons. Boom. So that's the first one. And I think the plan is we're going to release this red and white logo shirt probably next month for the holidays. And this will be the first one that we release. And we'll also release the deck, the little deck that goes with it. They won't come together. We'll sell I think we'll sell 50 sets where you get the deck and the shirt at a discounted price. So that's the first design. Here is the second one. This is the Washington crossing the Delaware. So it's got the Washington crossing the Delaware design that I did for multiple decks. So it's on the inside of the Legal Tender deck and also one of the Jokers for the original Black Reserve note. But it's got black buttons that say Kingswild on it. Same kind of thing with the tag and everything. That's going to be the second one. This second one will probably be the George Washington will probably be, I think, in January. The hope is to have a new shirt come out every month, but it's not going to be a subscription. And this next shirt, let me just say this. Let me take a drink real quick. This next shirt is by far my favorite of these first three, but it's most definitely my wife's favorite because it was kind of her idea. It's pretty awesome. But look at this, peeps. It's the Fox Joker from the Tally-Ho series. And he's got his little fox hunting hat on. I mean, his fox hunting coat. And it's got a whiskey decanter and then the fox hunting bugle. And this really cool, nice looking kind of a bluish, the blue that matches the button. I mean, blue that matches the shirt, says Kingswild on it. This is definitely my wife's favorite. This is probably my favorite of the first three. And this will probably be, we'll probably release this next year probably as well. But anyways, I'm super excited about that. And the cool thing is each one of those shirts will print 150 matching decks to go with it. And they have a really cool tuck case that has a little die cut shirt hole in it that when the cards are in the tuck case and the back design shows through, it's the pattern of the shirt. And that's what the back designs are. Anyways, so lots of good stuff, at least I think. Really excited about this. Another great thing. Well, I hope it's great. I hope you like it. This is kind of one of the final production samples. Oh, my kids have been playing with this. It's all mixed up. There we go. All mixed up. So this is one of the final production samples. The little case is a little bit not registered straight, but you'll get the idea. This is our first plastic set of playing cards. Kingswild Project. There's the back. I'm showing it very quickly because it's not very straight. But it's got 2 decks in it. And it's 2 versions of the Federal 52 2nd edition. And there's a green and a red version. And then it's got the court cards from the Federal 52 2nd edition. And this is a complete PVC plastic deck. Those are on the way as well, and hope to have those for. Why is it off center? Because they didn't do a very good job, and they're reprinting. They're reprinting the outside. That's why it's off center. But anyways, let's see. Let me see if I can answer a few questions before I start. Love the shirt. Good. I'm glad. I'm not buying a sewing machine. I used to have a sewing machine that sewed leather, but I sold that many years ago. Members only release first. Yes. The members, if you're a subscriber to King's Wild Shorts or Table Players, you will get early access to all of these releases, I think. The new shirts, the new shirt decks, the plastic decks, all that kind of stuff. So that's definitely a perk. Yes, that red Federal 52 deck is pretty sweet. Red is definitely my favorite color. I'll take it out and show it to you. If I can, I have no room on my completely filthy desk. That's the plastic deck or the PVC deck. The edges, the edge cutting on this is superb. Look at that. Let's see here if I can do this. So awkward doing it in this bright light. I can't even see what I'm doing. Look at that. Boom. Shuffle like a dream. Anyways. So, okay. Let's get to work. Put all these toys down. And continue to contribute to the filth that is my desk. All right. So, today, yes, let's see here. I know, we need this a paper deck. We do. What else? Oh, yeah, I have one more thing. So, one other thing that we're doing for next year, we were going to try to do it for this year, but we were in some speed bumps. One of the things that we're doing for next year is we're trying to up our shipping, packaging, and that kind of thing. And what I'm about to show you is one of the sample box that we're test fitting for our new shipping boxes. And what we're doing, what am I drinking? I am drinking a delicious. This is a Chattanooga Whiskey. This is a experimental small batch coffee infused bourbon liqueur, coffee, citrus, peel, and vanilla bean. It is incredible. It's pretty easy. It's only 76 proof, but it's really good. Super good fall drink. But anyways, what this is we're trying to get rid of using plastic bubble wrap just to be a little bit more eco-friendly, and trying to use all like biodegradable natural products like cardboard and stuff like that, paper. But anyways, this is a sample box that we're testing out the new dye that we've done. And this outer box, what we're doing is this outer box is what we're calling the shipper box. And this will be completely arted up with King's Wild art of some sort, of which I do not know yet. And it'll have space for the label, the shipping label. And then when you open it, inside will be a custom fit. These are all custom fit boxes. Inside will be another custom fit box that slides out of it like this. Like that. And this inner box is what we're calling our mailer boxes. And this basically takes the place of the bubble wrap. And this is custom fit. This is custom fit to our decks. And this is a, like it says right there, 1 to 4 deck box. And then the way it works is it has like a normal flap, and then it's got side flaps right here that like the Uline Indestructible boxes do not have. So it kind of adds another layer of protection. And then inside, we'll have this cardboard insert that'll have all of this. The front, the outside, and the inside will be completely arted up. And this little insert will say, will kind of take the place of those white cards that we have that say your package was hand-packed by whoever on the crew. And that'll say this on this, and they'll sign this. And then, as you can see, it's a custom fit to fit the decks. And the cool thing about this is, and our thinking is, this inner box that goes inside the shipper, every quarter, we're going to have like 4 different sizes of these. This is our smallest 1 to 4 deck box. So if you order 1 deck, you'll get this box. So you'll get, this is a 1 to 4 deck box. We'll have a 5, I think it's a 5 to 8 deck box. And then like an 8 deck to like 14, or a brick box, basically. And this will be, this inner box, both boxes are going to be completely arted up. And the idea is to completely art this box up. And this box won't have to have a shipping label on it because it's going to be on the inside. And so there's not going to be anything that's going to tear off the art. So the idea is, with every package that you get from us, you'll get this inner shipper, this inner mailer box that's a rigid body cardboard box that's completely arted up with Kingswald art of some sort that you can use as basically a free storage device. You know, that way you can keep all your Kingswald decks, you know, stored in a really cool arted up box. And that'll come with all of our orders. You know, depending on what size you do. All right, let's see here. What's in the box? I showed you it was some plum pies. All right. Let me see here. Okay. All right. Let me share my screen here. Okay, so tonight, what we're going to do is, hopefully, it's already 9:22. I've been yakking a lot. But tonight, I'm going to be, let me give you a little context here. Let me pull my screen up. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Let me share my screen. Boom. So this is a pattern that I did. Let's see. Bryman is asking, will there be an option for the insert box separately to buy? I will put all. We might have something like that. But as long as you keep ordering from us, we'll keep sending them to you as your boxes. But we'll probably work something out. But anyways, this is a pattern. This is a pattern that I designed for one of next year's Kingswald thread shirts, and you probably recognize this yellow one, this VHS 1982. That's very similar to the tuck case. But I designed all of these, classic, or not classic, vintage style VHS cassette tape things. You know, it says KWP, Kingswald Part number 13, 180 minutes of face-melting video playback. But I designed all these kind of vintage style video cassette tape things for the shirt design. And we're coming to a point where we're going to we have to reprint the VHS decks because by the time that we get the new print run in, we'll probably be out of the inventory. And those are one of the decks that we want to have into inventory. And so what I'm going to do, I thought it'd be fun, and I'm probably going to release this shirt probably in February of next year because February is my probably February of next year. That's my birthday month. And so we'll probably release this shirt next in February. And that's also probably when we are going to have our next print run of the VHS decks. and I thought it would be fun. I'm not going to change the cards. I'm keeping the print run of the cards the same, but I thought it would be fun to start creating fun, like taking all these different little VHS cassette tape designs that I've made and start making these fun little variants of these VHS cassette tapes as the tuck cases for VHS. And so the ideas, I think I made like 5. I think I did 5 variants, and so here's some of them. Like this was one of the ones. This was kind of like a knockoff of an old Sony thing. It's Dynamazing, aim swell, shoot straight. That's one of them. Let's see here. Here's another one. High output, awesome, fun stuff. Let's see. The significance of 1982 is my birth year. I was born on February 23rd. That's the significance. So here's another one I designed. But when I originally created these, I really wasn't thinking about doing them as actual tuck cases, which you've seen this one before. This is basically pulled from that one I did for the deck. And then that's the pattern. So what we're going to do is, I think I started one already. Let me see here. Yes. I started one, but I haven't like aged it yet. This is one that I started a couple of days ago. So it's taking one of the patterns that one of the VHS cassette tape patterns. And this is one that I started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one of these. Let's see. I think I want to do that one. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do this. Let me see. There's one more. Yeah, I think this will be good. So I'm gonna recreate this VHS cassette tape as a tuck case, and I'll kind of show you the file that I've been working on. I'm gonna merge this so I can copy. Let's see here. Copy. I'm gonna go to Illustrator. I always start these designs in Illustrator just because it's easy. And then I bring it to Photoshop, and then I make it look aged and kind of, So, got something on my mic. So here, you can see I've already created like these. One thing I'm going to do differently that I didn't do the first time around, but I'm going to do it on this next print run, is I created these little edge labels that go on the edge. And so I'll take one of these edge labels, and it's going to go right here on the tuck case. And as you can see, each one of these says variant 1, variant 2, variant 3, variant 4, variant 5, because I'm going to make 5 variants of these tuck cases. And then this is the limited edition seal that we're going to print for each variant. So we'll make 1,000. We'll do a 5,000 deck print run of cards, and then we'll have 1,000 of each variant tuck case. And then this holographic seal will go right there on the tuck case. And so you'll have your respective edge label like that on the edge, and it'll have writing, say Kingswell Project or something on it. And it'll say variant 1 of that cassette tape, and then it'll have a limited edition seal. So that's the idea, and that gives you a little context of what all this stuff is on here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to recreate this tuck case, or this VHS thing, in Illustrator, and get her done. So the first thing I'm going to do is, and I didn't really have this idea when I created this the first time. Where am I at here? Let me cut this, paste, bring down the opacity. I'm going to lock that, conk. When I did this originally, I wasn't thinking about doing this, and so I'm having to redo a lot of my work. So I'm just going to quickly remake some of this stuff that I should have done. But I thought this was interesting because this is definitely a different type of stuff that you guys have seen me, because you guys normally see me work in Photoshop, but this is me working in Illustrator. Oh, what is this? Let's see, calculator. What is 360 divided by 3? Oops, it's 120. Okay. So I'm going to take this. What is it? I'm going to reflect it. It's 120 degrees. See if that works. Nope, not even close. I never can get the degrees right. Let's go copy. Oh, I should do this. It'd be a whole lot more precise. Chunk. 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 Okay, good. And this is probably the longest thing that I do on this thing, making this stupid little simple logo. $120 degrees. Bonk. Okay, good. Tag that there. I'm going to flip this. Reflect. Access point. Boom. Copy. I'm going to copy. Paste. Rotate. 120. Boom. Put that right there. Cha-chink. Line that up. Conk. Don't you like my sound effects? Anyways. Okay. Boom. Reflect. All right. Good. Got that. Emerge that. I'm going to quickly draw this KWP. Boom. Doof. Doof. Gotta have my sound effects, peeps. Good. Sorry, I'm neglecting the chat. Hope you guys are having... Oh, I could totally do this in Photoshop. I could do this really easy in Photoshop. I did it the first time in Photoshop. I normally work in Photoshop. Is everybody being nice over there? Okay, good. Yeah, sound effects are on point. Well, it is easier in Illustrator, especially when I'm doing like procedural things that have like measurements that I want to kind of get precise. And a lot of these kind of vintage, a lot of these 80s designs have kind of this procedural stuff. Down a little bit too big. Let's see here. Let's pull this up a little bit. All right there. Yeah, that feels good. Ugh. All right. I'm going to make that a little bit thicker. I'm just going to leave it for right now. I'll go back and fix it. Probably 90% of my stuff that I do is all done in Photoshop, just because I'm an illustrator and I hand draw so much of my stuff that I can't really do it in Illustrator. All right, let's make these squares. Super difficult process making these squares. Super difficult. Duplicate these. Bonk, bonk. Now we're going to go make sure I'm CMYK. Make sure I'm CMYK safe. See this little triangle? Out of gamut warning. Click to correct. That means that that is not a CMYK safe color. So I'm going to pick me a red that's CMYK safe. What is this one? Is it green? Yes, green. Pick me a nice RGB green. Okay. And then a nice blue. Okay, got it. Now, let me see here. Let me see. This is my old VHS. Do I have... I need me a spade. Let me get my spade here. All right. Good. Line that up. Let me make this black 6C because that's the black that I use. Black 6C. I work in CMYK because that's... I just said RGB because it's red, blue, green because it's a video cassette. All right, I'm going to make this this little grid behind here. Here, let's go a point thickness. Let's go 0.25. And then I'm going to put this a different layer. It's a lot easier to deal with. Turn this off right now. I'm going to duplicate this right there. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay, good. Make me align this way. Oops. Okay. P looks off. Relax, Justin. Relax. If I sat here tweaking the P all night long, it would be super annoying to everybody. I will fix the P. I said it a while ago. It was off, and I'm going to fix it. Just relax. Of course it was you, Justin, that said that. Of course it was you. Of course it was you. All right. Got the grid. Turn this back on. Bonk. Choof. I'm going to select the grid. Let's see here. I'm going to bring that down to 50% opacity. Okay. Oh my goodness. Michael Scott's in here saying jokes. All right, let's go. All right. So I'm going to block in a lot of this shape first. But I wanted to get this thing finished. All right, I'm going to lock the die. I'm going to move this background thing out of the way. So we're going to take this. Let's put it about right there. Scale it. Okay. This is probably even more. Let's go. We'll go 0.125 and then go down to 25% opacity. Okay, looks good. All right, let's do this easy stuff now. Super easy stuff. Let's block in this red. I'm going to line it up with this edge of this K right there. Flip it around. I'm going to select this same red. Okay. I need to be on a new layer. All right. And then I'm going to take it, duplicate it. I'm going to pull this down. It's about right there. Bring it in there, right there. I'm going to merge those two. Now, 81 for about $900. My parents, I'm going to bring that down. Let's make this our black 6C. Like that. Now I'm just going to add these lines. Here, delete this, delete this, delete this. Stroke it. Bring up the point size. A little bit too much. Feels good. Maybe a little bit lower. Let's go 3. Now let's go 4. Path, stroke. Now let's make this a gray color. Got our gray. Maybe a little bit too dark of a value. About right there. This looks like, let's see what font that is. Let's do these, put my dial line on the top so I can see and my score marks. Where are my score marks at? Can't see. There we go. I'm just going to clean this up. Don't want to go off. I'm going to go right there at the end. Okay, that's good for now. All right. Let's see. And then let's make these gray bars at the bottom. This is all super simple stuff, but it's fun. I like it. It's easy. It's a nice break from hard stuff. Oh, goodness. A little bit, not enough space. Let's go right about there. Good. I'm going to make these the same equidistance to the edge. Select all those. Make sure I'm on selection. There we go. All right, let's go. So, super stock. Let's do that. We'll just rough that in. Let's just pick a placeholder font for right now. Super stock. Let's line that up. Let's see here. I mean, that's pretty close. Let's see if I've got an italic with this one. Maybe a bold. Semi-bold. I don't want it condensed. That's pretty good. That's good for right now. Let's line up the edge of this logo with the edge of the blue and bring it down in the middle of that. And let's make it that gray. And this will probably end up being like a metallic silver. The metallic silver. All right. Let's do, instead of HS, let's think something. Well, I will do number 13 for the 180 minutes. We can do HS. We'll do HS. What did I do on my T-shirt? I can't remember. Yeah, I did HS on my T-shirt. All right, let's see here. HS needs to be capitalized. All right. Make this. We don't need an italic. Let's see, bold. Feeling good. I need something that the S curls up more to a vertical. Let me see. but I don't want to spend too much time on it. Let's just keep this for right now. Let's go bold. Let's do let's go black. And let's line this up with this corner. It's going to be a little bit off. Let's go right there. Okay. I don't like that. I like this S better, how it kind of curves up, but I can go back. Let me see if I can just find one really quickly. That one had a little bit of a one. Let's see. Okay. I want. That's not perfect. I'm not feeling that yet. Okay, let's make this that gray, that lighter gray, and then it says high standard under here. Let's give it a little bit more room and push out the leading a little bit. And then let's go, what do I have on here? High standard. High standard. Okay. Oops. Let's line that up with the H. Bring it on down. Oh, come on. Go back. Okay. And then let's end this at the edge of the S. Right there. Bring it down in the middle. Let's make that the lighter colored. Oops. And I want to go let's go semi-condensed. Let's go regular. I don't want it bold. Push it out some. Just give it a little some room. All right. I do need bold. I can't really read it. That's going to be really small. What is that? There we go. Oh my goodness. Justin is over here talking more smack about the fonts. Good Lord. All right, let's do, instead of 180, let's do number 13 because that's my stuff. And we'll do a number and we'll go dash. I actually bought an old VCR. Let's see. Let's find us a nice thin font for this. Let me save my work so if it crashes. I know you can't help it, Justin, but I got to make it through this without spending too much time on all this stuff. Let's see. Filter. Let's go condensed. Let's go. What is this? Nope. I need something nice and, you know what, I bet my logo font will work for this. And I can just change it a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. All right, bring that in. All right, so I'm going to line this up with the H. Bring it down. I'm going to stretch it a bit up, and then I'm going to make it look like this font. You see it's got the square corners. So I'm just going to, let me set up the kerning here just a little bit better. Bring this in a little bit. And then, boom, let's make this outline so I can edit the font. Let me bring this over a little bit so I can see it. So we'll just square up this one. Oops. Take that one out. Let's come in here. Boom, boom, boom. Get these 2 points, selection, line them up. And then bring this up. That. Pretty good. Let's square off this interior. About like that. Let's make that a bright color so I can see it. And square this one off. Is it inside squared? Yeah, that inside is squared as well. So we'll go ahead and pull that up here. Pull that down here. Like that. There we go. I'll clean this up. Jackson doing messy work here. Should be ashamed of yourself. All right. Let's clean this up. What is this Bush League work? All these vector points. Some amateur doing this stuff. Jeez. Fire this guy. And we line these up because they're not lined up. Line these up. Okay. All right. Yes. So I squared up the 3. Let's square up the O or the 0, aught. Let's find this width. Go a little bit bigger. And then what? Okay, squared up the O. I don't think I need to do anything. All right. Squared up the O or 0, whatever. Let's make sure it's still lined up with this S. Yep. Okay. And let's go to my VHS thing and pull my non-copyrighted VHS logo that I created. And let's paste it in here. Pull it to front. Let's make it white. Okay. I guess I brought over that dot as well. Oops. Let's grab this. Let's merge that puppy. Let's line that up with the 3. Let's shrink it a smidge. Okay, let's make it that gray color. Got it. And then we're going to go, instead of T180, 258 millimeters or whatever meters, we're going to go, is there a Discord? I don't know what that is. Let's go T, I was going to go, we're going to go 54 playing cards. Let's bring that in some. Let's bring the size down. Let's make that, what is that? It's kind of white, actually. These numbers are white. Make all these white. Doof, 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 doof. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm definitely running into the edge of my thumb hole here. So I'm just going to go like that. Let's make this a little bit, let's choose a different font. Let's get something more mundane. Yeah. Let's go. Feels good. Let's line this up. The top of this. Bring that over. Line that up with the VHS. Let's snug it up a little bit and bring the size down. Whoa, a little bit too much. A bit too much. Okay, let's make that outline. Okay. Okay, so at this point, I would continue on making the rest of it. What time is it? 9:55. I would continue making the rest of it. But just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to save this. Let me see here. I'm going to go back to Photoshop. I'm going to go to the other one that I made earlier. Where's it at? That's one of them. Let me see here. Let me get rid of this one. Get rid of that one. Oops. Nope. Where's the other one I was working on? It's the pattern. Oh, crap. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. All right, so this is one that I worked on earlier. Let me take this label off. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet or not. So this is kind of at a point of where I had all the design finished in Illustrator, and then I would bring over the basic structure into Photoshop. And this is where I would go in this is where I would go into. So this is one of the variants. This is one of the variant tuck cases. And this one is, let me see here. Where's my pattern? This one is, where is it? This one right here is this VHS cassette that I designed here with the 3 big bars. That one. And that's kind of what this is. And so now what I'm going to do is I've pulled it in from Illustrator. Now I'm going to make it look aged. I'm going to give it the aging, the stuff that you can't really do in Illustrator. I'm going to give it like the aging, the yellowing of the paper, all the kind of like little things that you can't get, that you get in Photoshop. And as you can see, I have a background texture of like an old paper that's got some, stains on it. And so I can pull this on top. Let me see here what we got going. And I've got all this in a layer. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a very subtle layer mask. Oh my goodness, there's freaking a lot. What does that mean? I don't know what's going on, what's happening. I'm going to go here. I'm going to make a very subtle, I'm going to zoom in here so you can see what I'm doing. Let me take this off so you're not messing with the layers. What this custom brush does is it just adds, this is way too much, but I'm just doing it to show you. And it adds little specks. So I could go on this whole thing and add specks. Obviously, that's way too many. And I do this with a lot of my stuff, so I'm just going to find one of my brushes that's not as specky. But I can also, I can just go in there and selectively do it in certain spots, and you can kind of see that it just adds just some undulation and not perfectness to the design like it would, a VHS cassette tape for, that's 30, 35, 40 years old. It's going to have some stuff. And I'm going to add, let's see, I want to add a whole layer of just like yellowing. Let me see here. On the top, I'm going to select this. I really like this yellow that I did on this original one. Let me see. I'm just going to pull. This one, copy. I really like that yellow that I did on that one. So I'm just going to select that yellow. And I'm going to put something on top. Yeah, so already you kind of got that yellowing. And then what I can do is I can then go on top of that and with some other brushes add like some like water stains, or, you know, you spill your cheeseburger milkshake on it or something. Let me get some of my brushes that work good for this kind of stuff. Where are you at? I can't see it because my mic's in the way. No, not that one. Where's it at? Yeah, it's a good one. So I'm going to add this, a new layer on top, multiply. I'm going to do it overboard so you can see what it's doing first. But you can see there, see all those little spots and stuff that I added? So I can start adding. So I just did overboard so you could see it. So I'm just going to go in and randomly add some stains. Then I'm going to go another layer on overlay with white and kind of do the same thing. And so you can kind of see the stains and stuff that's adding like that. Now let's take another brush, just for some variety. Do another layer of multiply. Let's go a little bit darker. And then I can do the same thing. And it's super, super subtle. You don't want to overdo it. Okay. And then I'm going to add some scratches. Got a special brush that I use for my scratches, but I can't see because I'm blind. So I'm going to overdo it so I can show you what it's doing. Like if I really wanted to scratch it up, I could just keep going like that and it would keep scratching it. But I don't want to do that. I just want to hit it a couple of times just to give it some, so you have a little bit of scratching in there. Let's go. What is let me see. What is that? Like an old, let's go old price tag. Remember those old, like these? Who remembers these? These like these old price tags that they would do. Of course, I could do a Be Kind rewind, but that's been done before. Let's do something like this. Let me find one that I like. I like this one. Let's copy this. Copy. Can I copy? No. Copy image? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to paste. All right. So I'm going to make my own tag here now. Where did that paste? 1721. Okay. I'm going to make my own price tag. Let's start with a rectangle. Let's get the same aspect ratio of these bad boys. Okay. Let's bring it on down to, let's make it yellow. Let's just sample this yellow. Okay, it's safe. CMYK safe. Let's make a new layer. Like that. All right. We're going to call it, first of all, we're going to have a huge font, way too big for what we need. Let's sample this red, orange, puke color. And then we're going to put King's Wild Project because that's what we do. King's Wild Project. And yes, Justin, I'm going to change the font. Just relax. Just relax. I've got a good stamp font that I think will work good for this. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Where's that stamp font? All right. Let's start with this. And I'm going to make it. Let's go back. I'll make the stamp myself. Let's go back to a nice, let's get it all caps. King's Wild Project. Let's go bold. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run some magic scripts that I've created. And what it'll do is it will make my actions here. If you'll watch the edge, it'll make it look all kind of not perfect. Let's see here. Okay, let's go. Where's my stuff here? There it is. Okay. Run my little script here. Maybe a little bit too much, but that's okay. I can blend the two. I'm going to go back, sample this puke orange color, go back to my really dirty one. I'm going to delete it, make a new one, and bring in the other one. Kind of get a mix of the two. Okay. Let's see here. Now I'm going to take my clone brush here. I'm going to select this. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I'm going to duplicate this tag, this stamp first, like this, because I'm going to destroy this one. I'm first going to clean up the edge. And what I'm trying to do now is I want to use the texture, like these little folds and tears like the staples would get, but I don't necessarily want the I don't want the writing on there, so I'm just going to take it out right quick. Maybe more work than, probably not even worth it. I could probably just draw it easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my background yellow, select it, make a new layer on multiply. I'm going to add some of this this brown right here. I'm going to add those same kind of stains we got. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Catch up, computer. All right, let's go. Start with that. All I'm doing is adding some texture to it. Just layers of texture. Let's add a little bit of white to it, overlay. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and hand draw a kind of a torn border. Just kind of give it some variations like it would tear from like the machine that it was in. I'm going to delete. Oops. Wrong one again. So now I've got it torn. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's go back. My video driver is acting up. Sometimes when I do these live streams, my video card does not like it. So I'm just going to add some specs into this stuff. I'm going to add as if when it was printing this, it like double printed this. Then I'm going to smudge it like that. Just give it some stuff. And then you see these little like tears and stuff. I'm just going to hand paint those because it'll be a lot easier for me trying to clone out that background. So I'm going to make me a new layer. Multiply. My brush is huge right now. Okay, let's go with this brown color. I'm just looking at this thing right here, just to recreate these little tears and stuff that you see in these things. It must have like a little railing or something because these tears are on both sides, this kind of T-shape. Same thing there. I give a little bit of a highlight. I'm kind of going way overboard on this stamp, but whatever. All right. Now let's see here. Let's just put in a number here for right now. Let's go. Well, they are $15, so make them $15. Uh-oh. Save. Sometimes it does this when I'm... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Doesn't like that. Doesn't like that font. Let me delete that. Boom. Let's do something else. Okay. Yes, I know this font is not good at all, but that's okay. I'm just going to leave that for right now. I'll come back, Justin. Don't worry, Justin. I'll fix the font. What time is it? 10:12? Let me see here. I'll go ahead and finish it out here. I need to get another font, though. This brown color. Let's put that on multiply. Let's see. I don't know if I've got a font that's like that. Guess it needs to be exactly like it. Yes, yes. I know it should retain the separate dollar and cent sign. God, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. You know what? Screw this. We're just going to do this the old-fashioned way. Let's take this, copy, paste, bring it down here. Okay. Let's go here. What is this? Take this 8. Copy, paste. Bring it to the front. Let's just do this the good old-fashioned way. Let me get my erase tool. Because we're crazy. We're crazy like that. Copy, paste. Let's move this hard-edged top over here. Good. Let's erase this back there. Bring the opacity up. Then let's take the straight part on the one, copy, paste, rotate, bonk, bring it to the front. round out those corners. Okay. Select that, select that, select that. Merge. Bring it down a little bit. Make it off-centered. Erase that junk. There we go. What is this? Let's erase that down here. Okay. Let's round this off a little bit more. Okay. We basically got a 0 already with a 9, so can use that. Copy, paste, bring it to the front. Let's erase this middle part. Get this edge like that. Let's take this side over here. Copy, paste, rotate, flip it around so it's not the same. Let's erase, merge down, rotate it. Let's erase some of it so it's not the same. There we go. Let's take our cents, copy, paste, bring it down, bring it to the front. Let's move this over a little bit. And this over a smidge. Got some trash I need to erase over here to make this work. Let's bring all this over. Let's erase this trash over here. Bring this over a smidge, smidge. Okay. Erase this trash. Good. Done. There we go. $15 retail price. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Let's get all this stuff into one group. What do we got? Okay, we need this in there. We need the 0. Almost there. Need that. And the background. This is all this stuff. Get in there. Go to your home. All right, so I want to put this. What layers are these? Okay, put it right there. Is that everything? That's everything. Let's delete this. Now let's shrink this puppy down to the size of a stamp-ish. We'll put it like that. We'll come up over here, put it right there. I'm going to duplicate the group, merge it. Ugh, what's that stuff over there? Okay, I want to find, okay. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save my work because it's going to crash. It's just a matter of time. Yes, I'm leaving the cents because it would be like $15.00. That's the way I used to do it, bro. That's the way I used to do it. So I'm going to put a slight drop shadow on this just to set it on that. I'll overboard it so you can see what I'm doing here. Just a slight drop shadow to give it some depth and also to get it and to put it on top of that thing. And then I'm going to paint in a very, very slight bevel in white on this top layer just to make it hit the light. Let me go screen, bring it down the opacity. Just a slight bevel on this. Just like that. And, of course, why not let's do like it got, the sticky got smudged. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Let's see here. I bet I could do that with one of these. I'm going to take like a gray, let's take a gray, nice ugly gray color. Let's put some splotches in there. And then, let's see, we'll go smudge tool, but I just want, that's not a smudge tool. Just do it really lightly. Let me duplicate this first. Do it really lightly. Really lightly. And then let's do a motion. Let's go blur, motion blur. Let's go that direction. Okay. I could do real price stickers. That would be fun. But the sad thing is that would be, be a very time-consuming addition. So let me save this. Okay, cool. So that's the process of this. How I'm doing these new VHS things. I do want to show you some other stuff before I let me go back to my beautiful face here while I open up some other files. Let me see if I can see some questions over here. I know you're kidding me, Justin. I love it. Let me see. No, you're a long way from annoying me too much to be not do your lives. I want to show you guys. Let me see here. I want to talk about the Kingswald shorts for next year a little bit. Let me open this up here. Let's do cards and the tuck case. Okay. All right. So next year, next year for the Kingswald shorts, I'm kind of switching it up a little bit. We're still gonna have 12 decks next year, one deck a month for the Kingswald shorts next year. We are going to be, I don't know a lot of the details yet, so don't ask me any very detailed questions, but we are going to be, we're not doing it, but we're just getting rid of the Gilded Edition subscription because we've just been having too many problems delivering them on time. We are still going to make the Gilded Editions. We're still going to do the Gilded Editions, but we're just going to offer them to subscribers first when we actually have them ready to go. Don't ask me anything else about that. I don't know anything because I know what you're thinking. Well, what if I only subscribe? But we'll figure it out. However, next year I'm going to be breaking up the subscription, the 12 decks of the subscription, into two series. My thinking right now is the first series of 6 decks or 7 decks is going to be 7 decks that are all based on classical literature of some sort. And so each one of the decks will have a really cool book box like this. Like the Gilded Edition will have a book box like this. So at the end of the year, you can put all the books on a shelf. Don't worry, Brad. We may not. We're still figuring it out. We're still trying to figure out what's going on with the Gilded stuff. We just don't like being late, and everybody's not liking that we're late on the Gilded stuff, and we're trying to not do that because we have a lot of new customers that don't really have any context of the playing card production world. So the LCD slots may increase, but they'll still be limited. But anyways, so the first deck for next year, January, if you've been following me for any time, about, I can't remember, 4 or 5 years ago, I did Sherlock Holmes. And so I have completely redesigned Sherlock Holmes. The only thing that I've used from the original Sherlock Holmes project is the engraving drawings that I did for the court cards. But other than that, I've redesigned everything. Let me show you my screen here. This is the back design. The back design for the new Sherlock Holmes deck. And I love this new foil lamination process that we have been using. I'm not going to use it on every deck. I'm going to use it on a lot of decks because I think it's awesome. And also at the same time, nobody else is doing it. None of the other card manufacturers can do it right now. So I'm going to do it as much as I can while I can do it. But this is the back design for Sherlock Holmes. But the cool thing is, let me open this thing up. The cool thing is what you're seeing here, all of the orange, all of the gold and copper is going to be gold and copper foil. And then you can't see it because I have it turned off, but you see the dark blue that I have it turned on. Now relax. It's not going to be dark blue like that. Just relax. Everything that's dark blue is going to be silver foil. So you're going to have silver foil, copper foil, and gold foil on the back of these cards. It's going to be awesome. So that's the back design. And I have taken that design element not only with the redo, but also with the court cards. So you've got the gold foil, the copper foil, and then I'm going to turn on the blue again as well, the silver foil. So you have gold, copper, and silver foil on the backs and the fronts. So this kind of gives you an idea of what the court cards looks like. Here's the Queen of Spades, Miss Hudson. Jack of Spades, Lestrade. But also, the index cards are awesome as well. So here's what the index cards look like. So you've got the gold foil, copper foil, and the silver foil. And it's going to be really cool. All the spades and clubs will have this silver foil pinch, like striping around it, like that. And then like the hearts and diamonds. Let me see. There's Moriarty. It's like there's the 8. The hearts and diamonds will have a gold pinstripe around the pips, as pictured thusly. Also, you can see in this little picture suit window, this suit window on the side will have a foil pip for the suit. So you've got your hearts, you got your silver spades, like that, a silver spade. Hearts are a copper heart. Diamonds are a diamond. My mind went blank. Diamond as well. And then the clubs are similar, that you've got the silver foil club in there. Let me see here. I'll show you the Ace of Spades here. There's the Ace of Spades with gold, copper, and silver foil. And it's cool, too. Something we didn't do last year. Let me see if I can open it up here. Sherlock Holmes. This is the old one, Baker Street edition. I'll just show you an example of the old King of Spades to give you some comparison from the original. So this was the original King of Spades from the original Sherlock Holmes deck that I did a few years ago. That's the original King of Spades, and you can see here, this is the new King of Spades. Let me pull that over here. So here's the old King of Spades, and the new King of Spades. So you can see how I've kind of updated it. And then let me see here. What else I got over here? I'll show you the Joker. The Joker is pretty cool. That's one of the Jokers. The game is afoot. And then the second Joker is this cool image of the Strand magazine, which this is the original magazine, the serialized magazine that the original Sherlock Holmes stories were published in. And this is the original cover, and I've changed some things, like I put number 13, and it had the actual editor. For this. The Sherlock that I did was the old Sherlock from one of the original kind of like early Sherlock movies that I pulled from for inspiration to answer that question. So there's the back design. Well, I thought I had the back design up there. There's the back design. This is, nope. This is the tuck case. Let me see here. Here's the tuck case. Let me turn on some stuff. So this is just the line work. It's not really representative of the color of the tuck case material itself. But what you can see is that you've got a foil. This is the foil layer here. Yes, the tuck is very different. So this is the foil layer, and then this is the art layer, and then you can see here, this is the embossing layer. And the color scheme, I think I did a concept. Let me see if I did a concept mock-up of this. Let me see on this other screen. I think I did. Did I? I can't remember. Yeah, there's one of them. So this is kind of the concept I did of the mock-up. It's going to be like this kind of charcoal gray, and then it's going to have metallic copper ink, and then copper foil. Lateo Star Moonlight, it doesn't have the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle Association logo. That is correct. And let me tell you this. When I did the original Sherlock Holmes deck, I got super burned by the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle estate. I went through the appropriate channels to get my license, because at the time, all the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle stuff was not in the public domain. And I went through the appropriate channels, went to the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle estate. I got a license. I paid for the license. And then literally, not exaggerating, literally 2 weeks after I had paid them their licensing check, they had not told me, but they were in litigation at the time, and all the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle stuff rolled into the public domain literally 2 weeks after I was finished and had paid them their check. And at that point, I called them back. I was like, hey, what's up with this? Do I need to keep paying you guys to use this? And they went ghost. They never, after that, when they went all rolled in the public domain, they got their check. And, well, their agent got their check that I was like their contact. But after that, all the Sherlock Holmes stuff went into the public domain, and so there's no reason for me to go license anymore, because it's all public domain now. So that's the reason why it doesn't have the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle little stamp, because I don't want it on there, because they totally were not cool about it. So this tuck case is, I thought I had a different one as well. I had another concept of it. This is one of the tuck cases. This is like the standard edition. Let me see here. I mean, this is the limited edition. I can't remember what this is. But I had a different one, but I can't seem to find the picture of it, if I'm missing it. But it's going to be a gray slate colored. Let me see if I can find it over here. I put it over here somewhere. It's like a gray slate color tuck case, and then it's like silver foil, and silver metallic ink. But I can't remember where I put that. Let's see here. I know where it's at. It's got to be here somewhere close. Well, I thought it was. I guess not. Sorry, I lied. Anyways, so that's kind of what I've been working on for Sherlock Holmes. Where's the chat at? Anyways, so I'm really excited about this. And I think, and then, so to get back on track out of the rabbit hole, I'm going to have the 6 decks that are literature-based decks. Let me see what the decks that I've got listed in my little spreadsheet for my schedule. I think I just put some rough drafts in there. Well, at least I put them in there to do more research on the characters. Let's see. I got Sherlock Holmes. Well, here's some of the ones that I've listed for myself. Some of the stories that I'm probably going to do next year. I've got Wizard of Oz, Time Machine, War of the Worlds, Oliver Twist, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Three Musketeers, Count of Monte Cristo, Grimm's Fairy Tales, Peter Pan, Iliad and Odyssey, The Raven, and Around the World in 80 Days. Those are the ones that I'm looking at. And obviously, I have to go through this secondary process kind of once I get this list of stories. I have to go through this process now of going through all the characters. Going through all the characters in the story to make sure that I've got enough. Why did I minimize it? I can't see my screen now. I have to go through this process of now figuring out if I have enough female characters to have queens. I know I've got, Journey to the Center of the Earth is a good one. I know that Grimm's Fairy Tale has enough. I know that some other ones have a lot of female characters, but that's always the problem with a lot of this old literature stuff is there's just never enough. There's never enough female characters to do 4 queens. So it's always been a really huge problem. Like I've always wanted to do a Treasure Island deck, but there's like 2 females even like mentioned, like the little guy's mom, and then like an innkeeper, and they're just like mentioned. But definitely gonna do Wizard of Oz, probably Peter Pan. I'm gonna do Christmas Carol and Frankenstein for Halloween. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein for Halloween. So that's the classic Little Women. My wife said that you should do Little Women, but so that's the 6 or 7 decks that I'm going to do for the literature series, and then just because I want to, and because it's been so long since I originally printed them, and I have so many new customers, and I'm so excited to see what it looks like with all the new technological advances we have figured out or have come to pass. The other 5 decks for next year will be all of the original Federal 52 decks. So the original Federal 52, Gold Certificate, Silver Certificate, White Reserve Note, and Black Reserve Note, all done with the foil, the crazy foil lamination that we've been doing on all of our decks. So we'll have the 7 classic literature decks, and then the new and improved Federal 52 series of decks with the crazy foil. To continue, where are you guys at? Also to continue, the Frankenstein deck and the Christmas Carol deck will be part of the classic literature decks for the King's Wild Short subscription next year. And the reason why I'm doing those things, the 2 series, the Federal 52 series and also the literature set, is I want to just kind of shake it up a little bit just for my own good in terms of like inspiration, keeping it new and fresh. Instead of doing 12 completely random, unrelated decks. I wanted to create kind of a cohesiveness to them. And so all the classic literature decks, you'll get the little book box and stuff like that. At the end of the year, you can put them on it'll just look nice. It'll look nice. Something else that we are doing is we are going to continue. We're going to continue the table players. We're going to continue the table players series. It'll most likely stay a subscription. It'll most likely stay a every other month subscription. Let me see here. Where's my illustrator? There we go. I'll show you this. This is the Lucky Strike version I was working on, possibly being the first table players deck for next year. Because if you know about the table players deck, all the table players decks are based on vintage cigarette packaging from like the 50s and 60s. Man, Bram Stoker's Dracula would be legit. I gotta say that. I'm reading the chat over here. It would be good. It would be good. I'll have to brush up on that because I don't even know if Frankenstein has enough characters. But anyways, we are going to continue the table players, and it will be a every other month subscription like it is this year. And so we'll start with Volume 7, and we'll go through Volume 12. And so next year we'll have completed 12 table players decks. Something that we are also going to be doing that we're hoping to do is we're hoping to take we're trying to build our market and like expand the people that we expand our customer base. And like I said, with the plastic decks, one of the reasons why we're going to the plastic decks, we're trying to get at the poker, the table. Yeah. I'm not a big magician, so I'm not really trying to get in the magician scene. But I do have lots of requests to make. We kind of did that with the table players to like make a standard set of court cards that were all the same that could be used for table games. That's why they're called the table players. And a lot of people have been requesting that we have plastic decks. We just have tons of new customers, and a lot of them are like, "Oh, do you make I wish you guys made plastic decks because I'm a pretty serious poker player." And so hopefully one of the things we're also planning on doing next year, and some of you guys may not want to, you're probably not going to do this because you don't like plastic decks, but we're going to take all the table players, the 6 table players decks from 2020, volumes 1 through 6, and we're going to re-release those as plastic poker decks, PVC poker decks that people can buy to actually play poker with. So that's one of the things that we're thinking about doing. Let me see here. Robert asked, will you do a new set of court cards for the next year's table players? I don't know. I have 2 sets. I have 2 sets of standard court cards. That's kind of incorrect. I have 3 sets of standard court cards. I've got the ones that I use mainly for anything that I use standard court cards. I call them the King's Wild standard courts. That's what all the table players use this year. And I did that on purpose. Then I've got a vintage set of court cards that I used for like the Tigers, the ones that have the human heads. And then I've got a 3rd set that I use for the Tally-Ho series, which is it's a standard set. My phone is going off. God, it's 10:45. I've been talking. So next year we will continue the paper. I know it's confusing. We will continue the table players series in the paper editions with volume 7 because the one that's coming out in November is Volume 6. It's the last one for this year, the Goldenrod one. That's what I call it, the Goldenrod. And then we start with Volume 7 next year. And we'll continue that to have 12 paper Table Players decks. But then next year we're going to go back and release, this is a separate thing, we're going to release this year's Table Player decks as plastic decks as a separate thing. I like the Wyatt Earp and Tombstone thing. I haven't done a Western deck, and I'm actually surprised that I haven't done a Western deck yet. I will do one for sure. And so I'm just kind of waiting to get the right story. You know, there's lots of good stories, but I would love to do, I'm from Texas, and if anybody from Texas is very familiar with Lonesome Dove, not only the TV series but the book. I grew up, Lonesome Dove, the TV series was is still one of my favorite things ever. And I'd love to do a Lonesome Dove deck, but that's definitely still copyright protected. So, let me see here. Do I know what the 13th deck is for limited shorts? Kyle, that's a good question. And I'm going to be real honest with you. With all the COVID stuff that's happened this year, I have not even started on the 13th deck. I have an idea of what it's going to be, but I've been trying so hard to just stay current with all of our decks for this year, so we're not late for the decks that we have this year, that I haven't started on the 13th deck. I've got an idea of what it's going to be, and it's definitely not going to be something that gets sent out in January. No, but not yet. Let's see here. With all the exciting updates for new subscriptions, will you finally be updating payment options for more than just credit cards, e.g. possibly paying for block subs like delayed shipping, quarterly, etc.? That has been the biggest hurdle that we've had with our subscription system, has been being able to offer, let me see here, has been trying to be able to offer other payment options besides, just credit card. And it's been a huge pain in the rear end, for sure. And the reason why it does it is because our stupid subscription system that we have, it's a third-party subscription system that kind of plugs into our website, doesn't allow for it. But we're going to try. We are hoping, I'm not making any promises, but we're hoping to have PayPal as an option, if not other ones as well, next year. Now listen, Kevin Waters, 13th deck should be some variation of the January 2020 deck that's covered in COVID virus, bookend 2020. Let me tell you this, Kevin. You've already read my mind. We had about, I think we had 300 or 350 extra January 2020 decks, the decks of playing cards. We had an extra like 300 decks from United States Playing Card Company, but we didn't have enough tuck cases for those. We're reprinting like 300 or so 2020 tuck cases. And this is awesome. I love this. We made a rubber stamp. I just think this is funny. We made a rubber stamp that says worst year ever. And we're making these special edition 2020 decks, and we're stamping them with this hideous red rubber stamp that says the worst year ever. I got something on my mic. But we're making these big rubber stamps that says worst year ever. So hopefully we get those done in time for this year. And it's going to say worst year ever, 2020. But anyways, hopefully we can get that out. But it would be a good 13th deck because it would be still the same court cards and all that kind of stuff. Let me see here. Do a Western deck. I would love to do a Western deck. I want to do a Western deck. Let me show you. Let me see. I showed you guys the VHS pattern that I did. I'll show you the other two patterns that are the T-shirt patterns. Let me find it here. Too many files. Too many files. Do. Kingswild threads. I'll show the other two shirt designs because you were talking about Western decks. I think this is it. Yep, that's it. And then I'll get the dinosaur one. So the VHS pattern, you saw that. Okay. I'm just opening up files while I'm sitting here talking to you people. And then the dinosaur pattern. So next year for the Kingswild Threads T-shirts, I have this pattern here. An old vintage. I used to have some flannel sheets that had like a very similar pattern. Just old kind of Western movie 50s sheets. But it's got Kingswild, Kingswild Project brand on it. But this is one of the shirts, one of my Kingswild thread shirts, and I also have a deck that comes out with this back design. Let's see here. And then we got the VHS, and you got the VHS one, and then this new dinosaur one. I also had some flannel sheets that had this kind of similar pattern on it, but I'll have a Kingswild thread shirt and a deck. There's a snake in my boots. I'll have a deck as well, because all my Kingswild thread shirts are going to come out with a deck, and this is the dino pattern. Anyways, and y'all saw the VHS one. Let me answer some more questions. Alamo, Battle of San Jacinto, Sam Houston, Davy Crockett. Yep. I'm related to Davy Crockett. I know probably a lot of people say that, but I am related to Davy Crockett. He's like a multiple great granddad of mine. Let's see here. Any sneak preview of described how LTD and Gilded Tux will look for Haunted 8s? Yeah. Let's see here. I could pull up some pics. Let me see here. Let me go to my product shot folder here of all my beautiful pics that Parker takes for me. I think he's got them in here. Let's see. Haunted. Does he have them in here yet? Can't see. Haunted 8s. V2. WebRes. I think it's on my mom's side. But I'm a scout. Find a tarantula in his boot. Whew, that's why you hang your boots. All right. So this is the standard. Well, let me just open up the limited edition as well. I don't have a limited edition deck here, but I'll open it up. All right, so this is the standard Haunted 8 deck, and that's this one right here that I showed earlier. And I'm just going to say it again. We're really perfecting the finish on these crazy foil decks. And we've been getting better and better with each print run, and they're getting really, really good. I know that the original Robin Hood and the original Legal Tender were a little bit clumpy. These are not clumpy. These come out of the gate delicious. So we're super excited. You can also see that the inside is that. And I think on the YouTube, we have a good unboxing of the standard edition, so you can go see all the cards and stuff like that. So that's the standard edition. Let's see here. Boom. Nope. This is the limited edition. So it's the same design, general, but it's silver foil with lots of monochromatic black and white and silver. And then the only thing that's color is this kind of like faded blood red X right here. And then you got the tombstone, edition number at the bottom. And I think I opened up another one. Let's see. Yeah. Let me see. There's another one. There's the inside. This is the limited edition. Black and silver, but it's got the orange and black interior. There's the bottom with embossing. The original Honda 8 didn't have embossing. So that's the limited, and then I had it over here somewhere. Where'd I put it? So the Gilded Edition is the limited edition box, tuck case, this thing you see here, in the Gilded Edition book box. It's got black foil on black faux leather, Haunted 8. Then it says Haunted 8. Let me see if I can get it right. Haunted 8 in black foil on the spine. And then you've got the gold foil on the side with the book pages. And the gilding for the Haunted 8s is orange, Halloween orange. I'll show you the color of the orange. I think it's 138, 148. This orange right here by my index finger, that's the orange that the gilding is for the Haunted 8s. Gonna look really nice. I'm sorry, Carter LB2. If you're talking about the Haunted 8s being your first Gilded deck, I hope that you already purchased it because they are all sold out. All the limited edition and all the Gilded Edition subscription slots have been taken. So I apologize. Let me see here. Yeah, Sam Houston, he was awesome. You know, it's funny. I'll show you an old design that I have. Let me see here. When I originally did the Texas deck, I think I did a Sam Houston. I did a Sam Houston court card, but we ended up going a different direction. And I'll show you that Sam Houston card. It was either Sam Houston or William Barrett Travis. I do not remember because it's been 4 or 5 years since I did that. Let me find it. I'm showing you guys all kinds of stuff. So, as long as you guys are still interested, I'll keep talking. Let's see here. Texas deck. Where is it at? The Lone Star deck. The Lone Star deck. What did I call that? Jack of Spades? Was that it? Nope. That's not it. I think it was Travis. I can't see. Card files. William Barrett Travis. There he blows. Let me share my screen. Boom. This was the William Barrett Travis card that I did. But we ended up going a different direction for the Texas deck. It was kind of a stylized. I think I've got a picture. Let me see. William Barrett Travis. This is the image that I looked at when I was making it. This one right here. Oops. Yes, paste it. Whoa. There's the image that I looked at. Is a pirate deck still in the works? You know, bro, Kyle, I love a pirate. I'm going to do a pirate deck one of these days. The only thing about a pirate deck is I want to do it based on something. I just don't want to make up. I do have a pirate Kingswild Thread shirt. So I may do a pirate deck with that. It's like a deck that all the pirate flags, but I don't know. I do want to do a pirate deck, but so many people have done a pirate deck. It's got to be awesome. Any thoughts on the Beowulf gilding color yet? I think it's just... I haven't decided yet. We're still a long ways off on that, but it's probably going to be gold just because all the foiling on the card is gold. Yes, Joshua, I would love to do a Treasure Island deck, and I've wanted to do a Treasure Island deck, but they're just, like I said earlier, there are just not enough, there's not enough female characters in the Treasure Island to have enough queens. Mr. Bailey, the gilding color for the Haunted Eights is going to be this Halloween orange color right here by my index finger. There we go. You can see it right there. That number 148. There we go. That bright Halloween orange color. It's the same gilding color that we had. Actually, I think I've got one. It's the same gilding color we had on last year's Halloween deck. Here it is. It's the same orange as we did on last year's Halloween deck. That's the same orange right there. Sorry, it's in plastic. There we go. If I can get a good angle here. There you go. That's pretty good. So, can I full screen? Am I not full screening you? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Just totally. Sorry about that. I forgot about that. Let me see if I can get it to focus here. There we go. So it's the same orange we used last year. Apologize for that. Let's see here. Yeah, I apologize. I'll show it again. I forgot that I was on that full screen mode. It's this orange color here. Right there. So, let me see here. Answer some more questions. I'm sorry if you covered it earlier, but is the card club still going to be a thing, or are you going to continue players? I will be continuing the Kingswild Shorts subscription, and I will also be continuing the table players, I think. The table players, the thing about the table players is I will continue to print the table players paper decks at the United States Playing Card Company. We are going to continue making the table players decks next year. How it works into a subscription, I'm not quite sure yet because the United States Playing Card Company is grossly delayed. And we're already getting to the kind of cutoff point of when those kind of things need to be turned in. So it may not be something that starts in January or February. But we are continuing the table players next year. I turned in the apple pie deck artwork for everybody that's been wanting me to do the pie decks, continue the pie decks. Robert asked, how many total decks do you think you've produced? 300,000, 500,000? I don't think I've done 500,000. Well, I mean, I know more than, for sure over 250,000 for sure. I did turn in the Pi deck, the next Pi deck, the Apple Pi deck to United States Playing Card Company. And I'll answer Jacob's question while I'm opening the artwork up. How do you decide between Uspcc or Epcc? It really, right now, the big factor is whether or not they can deliver. Uspcc can deliver, but the delivery time for production is so, because of the shutdowns, and they're still catching up, and they're shorthand, and they've scaled back on their shifts and stuff. It's really, it's not necessarily guaranteed, like a guaranteed 4 to 6 weeks, or 6 to 8 weeks like it used to be. It's like maybe guaranteed 12 to 16 weeks, which is just forever. So a lot of it has to do with how far ahead I am with the artwork, and then it also depends on what I'm doing for that deck. I mean, they can't do the foiling that I'm doing now. Cardamundi and United States Playing Card Company can't do the type of foiling that I'm doing right now with my decks. Let's see here. Why did you choose to replace Overbite with the new Haunted Eights? Honestly, the reason why I chose to replace Overbite with Haunted Eights because I wasn't feeling the Overbite deck. I just wasn't liking it. I wasn't very inspired by it. And if I'm not inspired by something, I tend to do a really crappy job. And so I'd rather do a good job with something than do a crappy job. So I just kind of shelved it for a little bit. I would think the Uspcc main casino business would be slow, so I would think that would help them to not be so far behind on the specialty stuff. Well, it's a good observation, Brad. But however, all of their casino, basically their casino decks and their custom decks are printed. Basically, it's the same building, but it's printed in a different factory. They use completely different presses to print the casino decks. They use the most sophisticated printing presses and cutting machines and sorting machines to print the casino decks. They do not use those on the custom decks. It's a completely different it's a separate part of the building, and the machines that print the casino decks do not ever touch custom decks. And the printing presses that print the custom decks, which there are only two. There are only two printing presses that print custom decks in the United States Playing Card Company, never print casino decks. So they don't ever cross over. It's a completely different part of the business. So let me see here. Let me just get organized with my file that I just opened up. Let me open up the cards here. Apple Pie. I think this is it. Okay. So continuing with my geometric designs for the Pie series. This is the Apple Pie. The Apple Pie back design. And all of this green color here, this bright green that you see, is I've never used neon ink before, but this is the first time that I've used neon ink. This is a neon green, a neon candy apple green. That's this bright green color. And then you got this red and green, shape going off the corner. And then the color scheme. Yeah, the casino decks, they're different. They're produced differently. They're cut differently. The casino decks are cut on brand new cutting machines. They're sorted differently. They're cut differently. and the custom decks are cut on 100-year-old machines. It's one of the reasons why they can't ever get their registration right. That literally, like, I'm not joking, the cutting machines that cut the custom decks at the United States Playing Card Company still have cast iron lion claw feet on them. The cutting machines that cut out the cards for custom decks still have iron, like cast iron claw feet on the machines. That's how old they are. So this is the apple pie back design, and it's got a bright neon green, a dark green, and then a red, like an apple red. And then it's the same pie court cards. All the pie decks are supposed to be geared towards cardistry. They've got really great fanning backs, that kind of thing. And this is the court card color scheme. You got the neon green, the kind of candy apple red, pink, coral color, and then a darker green. Let me see here. And then you've got a gobbledygook of diamonds. Here's the diamonds. Instead of red, it's that neon green. And then you think the cards are crazy. Just wait till you see the tuck case. This is the tuck case right here. Boom. So, where is it at? Let me see the sample. So, the tuck case is, let me see here. Let me get the paper out here. Let me find it. Coral. I think it's coral. Let me see. Coral. What I've got? Coral and, what is that? Kiwi. Yeah, those are the colors. The pie decks will not be quarterly. The pie decks will be whenever I finish them. So you've got the base color, which is this is the standard. The apple pie standard. This is the color of the tuck case material. It's called a coral, kind of a coral red pink. And then on top of that, you've got a green foil diamond pattern. I'm just laying it on top of it so you can see it. So you got the coral pink, apple red, and then you've got a green foil diamond pattern. And the angle of the diamond is the same angle of the back design, all the angles of the back design. So you've got green foil, and then you've got a candy apple red foil that, if you see here, right here, you got this darker colored diamond right here. I'll turn it off and on. You got this darker colored solid diamond, and that's the red foil diamond on the inside. So you've got this kind of like this pink. Let me do this as the base right here. This color, this coral color here, with the green and red foil. And then the limited edition, or the gilded edition of the pie deck, is this kiwi. You see here, kiwi color. This is right here. This kiwi color paper, kiwi color paper. And then you've got the same foil structure. You've got the green foil, and then the red foil, like that. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. But that's the way I've liked these pie decks. It's making them crazy looking. Okay, let me see. Put this sample book back in here so I don't lose all these papers. Okay, get back in there. Go to your home. Why won't you go to your home? Oh my gosh. Can't get it in there. I can't see it. There we go. Sorry. I'm just going to tear this thing up. There we go. Okay. So, show us the rest of the limited. What limited edition tuck case do you want to see? I'm not sure what you're talking about. You're going to be more specific. Let's see. What's the next USPC printed deck? It will be the King's Wild Tigers, the King's Wild Tigers 2, and also we are reprinting the original Federal 52 deck, basically identical to the original Federal 52 deck with the United States Playing Card Company, except I put like V2 or something on the bottom of the tuck case. I showed you both. I showed you the apple color red tuck case, and I showed you the kiwi color background. There's only two of the table players decks. There's the Matt Altman. What are you doing? I can't believe that you're on this. That's awesome. So let me see here. Let me answer any more questions we got here. What about the lattice work on top of the other colors? What does that entire thing look like? I don't even know what you're talking about, Matt Altman. You got to have to be more specific, Matt. You're just talking gibberish, bro. Let me see. We do have a Matchbox version. God, man, I'm showing you guys everything tonight. Let me see here. Let me close some of this stuff. I'll show you the new Tigers tuck case. And I'll show you the new Tigers Matchbox design. Because I'm a nice guy. But I also want you to buy it as well. Will there be more than 500 LTD slots? I'm not sure. We definitely have maxed out of our slots at this point. And I'm not sure. There could possibly be. We may raise it to like, I don't know, 750. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We got a long way till then. What was I looking for? Oh, yeah, the new Tigers. Oh, these lights are bright. I can't see. King's Wild Tigers. King's Wild Tigers. 2020 reprint. Let's do tuck case inside, tuck case outside, and Matchbox. Boom. Okay, I'm going to open up the original Tigers tuck case just for reference. Can't see. Where's it at? Tuck case, tuck case, tuck case. Where you at? Can't see. Is this it? Yes, this is it. I'm going to copy. And I'm going to paste this Chera. I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. I'm going to share my screen with you just a second once I get it all situated. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, where are you guys at? Raise it to 501. Okay, so this is the new Tigers tuck case. The new standard edition Tigers tuck case. This is the original front of the Tigers tuck case. The image, this right here on the right, is the front of the original Tigers tuck case. And you can kind of see how I've changed some of the design elements. I've added the number 13 up here. I've changed how I kind of incorporated the stars. I took out this little arc where it says playing cards, and I've added it down here in a little, a banner. And I've changed this kind of tally-ho rising image here where it says produced by Kingsville Project, and I've got it kind of down here with just got some more dental motifs here, made in the USA, that kind of thing. I've also, let me see here. I've also changed up. This is the original tuck case. You can also see that the bottom is a little bit different. This is the original bottom, and the new bottom, that's the matchbox. Let me go back. The new bottom is like this. It's got kind of like a little bit of a script designed by Jax Robinson, that kind of thing, with my Thessalonians verse, all that kind of stuff. So this is the new King's Wild Tigers tuck case. The back design is, I'll show you the differences. Let me go back. The back design remains the same. However, I gave it, let me copy this, copy, paste. I gave it more of a kind of a slight red, white, and blue kind of tinge to it. So the back design is relatively the same in form and design, but I just kind of changed the color schemes a little bit. And then I've also added this new saying on the tongue flap, strike once, strike true. Kind of playing on my aim small, shoot straight thing that I usually do. And I've added the number 13 on the tongue flap as well. You can see that that is not on the original. This is the original Tigers. So kind of shows you the differences in the Tigers. Can I explain with the number 13? Yes, I can be happy to. The historical tally-hos, the old tally-ho tuck cases, which have, you know, all the evolutions of tally-hos, they've all said number 9 on them. And when I created my own, when I did my original tally-ho deck, there had been other people that had done their own tally-ho decks, like the David Blaine little Viper ones, but no, they had not, Uspcc had not let anybody redesign the tally-ho like brand. They would just let them do color changes and then, you know, change the title like to Viper or something like that. That's all they let people do. And I was the first person that they let, I convinced them. I was the first person that they let since it started, like in the 1880s. I was the first person that they let rebrand, like not rebrand it, but like change the artwork of the box itself from the original. And then that's what subsequently became my premium tally-ho series: the Scarlet, the Emerald, the Pearl, the Black Diamonds. And when I redesigned it, I didn't want to do number 9 on the tuck case, but I wanted to keep that element because I thought it was important to the historicalness of the tally-ho series. And so I've always liked the number 13, and so instead of number 9, I put the number 13. And then it just kind of stuck. I just liked it, and then I just started putting it on it. And usually those numbers would refer to the number of the deck or the court card set that producer was using at the time. And so I kind of associated the number 13 with my King's Wild standard court card set. And so I basically just kind of became a sub-brand for myself where I just put number 13. And I just started putting number 13 on everything because I like it. And now I've kind of stuck with it because I like it. Will there be 2 different gilded... Let's see. Will there be 2 different gilded versions like the original? Yes, there will be. Let me show you. I'll show you the matchbox. This is the new... Oh, I didn't show you this. This is the inside. This is the new inside. Let me find the old inside. Let's see here. Where is it at? I don't know if I've got it. Let me see. I don't know if I've got it. Let's see. Yes, here it is. So this is the original. This is the original King's Wild Tigers inside tuck case design. And then this is the new one. Kind of a more Americana. You got the stars, the blue stars and stripes, and the red stripes, kind of an angle. So this is the new inside tuck case. And then this is the let me see here. This is the new matchbox design. So you've got, here's the new matchbox front there. And then you've got the side with the stars and stripes for a great shuffle every time strike here. That's what the original one says. Let's see here. So there's the front, the new front, and there's the new back. The back is pretty similar. Some of this dental work here, these little egg and dart images are different. The wording's the same. Designed in the USA, that's all the same. And then this is the new inside. The new inside here. Strike once, strike two. This is on the bottom of the tray, and this is on the inside of the tray, Kings Wild Tigers. So that's all. And then you'll see this at the back of the thing. Yeah, I like these blues and these reds. And then this space here, that's where we're going to put the sandpaper. The sandpaper tear strip. Let me see here. Close. No. So anyways, let me show you the court cards. Why not? Yep. And the matchboxes will have a, yes, the Carter LB2 says, will the cards be the same in the standard box and the matchbook box? Yes. For this time around, we're not printing two different card sets. We're just printing the one. Let's see here. What am I looking up here? Okay, yeah, the cards themselves. Where did I put those? Trying to remember where I put those. I don't remember. I have slept since then. Matchbook. I can't find my files here. Oh well. I'll keep talking. Let me see here. Let me answer some more questions while I'm looking for these. If you guys have any more questions, ask them away while I find these files. The new Tigers is a two-way design, but has the Tigers' faces. Yes, that is correct, Mr. Bailey. And I don't know why that I can't find the file at this point. Let me see here. Is clip joint collab coming next year? Yes, it is. I've already finished the tuck case, and it's awesome. Oh, is this it? A while ago, you talked about reprinting the Texas deck in black. Is that still happening? Possibly next year. We're thinking about reprinting a black version and a red version of what the blue tuck case was. So is this it? Let me see if this is the right one. Yes, this is it. This is the new Tigers deck. So you got the back design. New back design. You got the gaff card. My verse card. Got the jokers. Similar jokers to the first one. And then you got the two-way court cards with the tiger's heads. So you got the king of spades. The queen of spades. Jack of spades. Am I considering joining Patreon? No, I am not considering joining Patreon. I don't want to have to pay anybody else more money than I need to. I don't want to pay a Kickstarter fee. And I've worked too hard up until this point to have to. I feel like I've worked hard enough that I feel like that I've built a big enough fan base where I don't need to use Patreon or Kickstarter. And it's just comes with Kickstarter and Patreon comes so much added headaches that we don't need. There's the King of Hearts, the Queen of Hearts, the Jack of Hearts. I love this one's beard coming out the side like that. There's the Ten of Hearts. King of Diamonds. Queen of Diamonds. Jick. Pay this man his money. Will there be more than 500 LD slots in 2021 for shorts? Possibly. A few people have asked that. You're not in trouble. A few people have asked that already. I'm not quite sure. Our LTD and gilded slots are completely tapped out right now. No foil on this one, Bradley, because I'm printing this at the United States Playing Card Company. And they can't do foiling. And I couldn't do this with Metalux either because they can't do... You can't do a printed CMYK pattern on a Metalux deck. They won't let you do it. They won't let you do it. King of Clubs. But this is a Uspcc deck. Queen of Clubs. And we should get this deck like this week, next week. This will be... But I think that we're going to be... keeping this till next... I don't know. We may be holding this deck till next year. We are, this week, if all goes well, I will be closing, well, I'm not closing. I'll be putting an offer on a building. Crazy. A building. Kingswald's first building here in Chattanooga area. This in the next couple of weeks. Because by August of next year, the plan is for all the Kingswald HQ that's in Austin and all the people that work for me, the crew, everybody that wants to come and does come, for in August next year for the Kingswald HQ to be here in Chattanooga. And the first step of that process is me getting a space. And I'm moving to a new house. We kind of bought a small house just to get here because of my health. That didn't really have space for like my shop and that kind of stuff. But we finally found us a house that we can actually have my shop and stuff like that, studio in. And we move into that at the end of the month. And there's a building that I found about 4 miles south of my new place. Of my new house that I'm going to be moving into at the end of the month. And I am it's nerve-wracking and fun at the same time. It's a huge step up. I mean, it's a huge step forward for Kingswald, but it's nervous because it'll be the first kind of like property that we've purchased, that Kingswald has purchased, but it's got room for us to grow. It's got room for like warehouse space and office space. It has room for us to like add machinery, like bigger cellophaning machines and that kind of thing. So hopefully we have that. But we're really excited. When will the Tux start saying Chattanooga? This deck. This is the first. This is the first. This is the first chat. This is the first T-shirt deck, and it says Chattanooga, Tennessee, on the Ace of Spades, but because of legal purposes, it's got to say like the actual city where I'm producing, where I'm not manufacturing, but where my company is, and the place that I'm going to be at is it's called McDonald, Tennessee, and so starting next year, all the decks will start saying from McDonald, Tennessee, because that's where I live, and that's where my what made me choose Chattanooga? My health. I have one lung. I have extremely severe asthma, and I have extremely severe allergies, and also a completely wrecked. Well, when I moved here, I had a completely wrecked immune system, and that's why we left Austin. And for some reason, whatever's in Chattanooga, I'm not allergic to, and my health has gone through the roof. I breathe better. I've lost like 50 pounds just because I've been able to exercise and that I wasn't able to do before. But that's what made me choose Chattanooga. And it's also really nice here. I like it. Fast internet. Let's see here. Why specifically the city? We randomly visited here. My wife and I visited here last year. We really liked Austin. Well, we liked Austin when we were there. It's changed a lot. We really liked Austin, and Chattanooga has a lot of the same kind of vibe that Austin had, but with no health problems. So that's kind of why we chose Chattanooga. And it's also close to my brother. He lives in Birmingham, which is about an hour and a half away. And it's also close to my wife's family, which is in Memphis. And then my folks are probably going to move out here too. So it's more kind of health and family. But yeah, it's basically for the health stuff. We were going to move to Colorado, but we just couldn't find any place that had the right space for me and my stuff that was not ridiculously expensive. So, let me see here. Let me think else. Yeah, but I'm really excited. Hopefully we get that. Hopefully that building works out for us. I hope to put an offer on that this week if it goes well. I just hope that all you nice people buy a bunch of playing cards for the holidays so it works. I go to Birmingham a lot to see my brother, and also I'll be going to Birmingham pretty soon to shoot some videos for the King's Wild Threads. Let's see here. Yeah, I hope that building thing works out. It's going to be really good for us. I'm a little sad that, obviously not the whole crew is going to be coming. Only some people are going to be coming because not everybody's going to want to move across the country. But I'm excited. We have a lot of fun stuff planned. Like we hope to make the Wednesday weekly updates an even bigger thing. Like my wife has great ideas. We actually want to do, don't laugh. We actually want to do like a weekly show. Not necessarily a reality show, but a weekly show on YouTube where it's just fun, stupid, like talk show, like where I'm the host and I interview my crew and like we do all fun sorts of stupid stuff and with the crew and kind of the behind the scenes, kind of a reality / talk show thing that we want to do with the crew. And part of that is having the crew all in the same spot and here in Chattanooga. So that's one of the other reasons. And I'm kind of lonely because my whole crew is in Austin. I'm by myself up here. Do you know if any of them are coming for sure or have considered it? The moving, that is. Yes, some are coming. Some are not coming. Let's see here. Are people, Carter LB2 asks, are people allowed to visit the HQ in Austin? I'd love to check it out sometime before y'all move. Yes, people are allowed to visit our HQ in Austin. It is definitely not a storefront for sure. But if you want to come by and check it out, that's totally doable. It would just have to be something where you kind of coordinate with the crew there and just figure out when a good time is, and they'll be happy to oblige your visit. Yeah, so going back to that building, I'm really excited about it. I hope it works out. I hope it goes through. I hope all you nice people buy lots of playing cards, because if you don't buy playing cards, it won't be able to happen. But we got lots of good stuff. We've got the things that we've got coming out are for sure for Black Friday. We have, let me see here. I'll show you some more stuff. Where's my pictures here? We, at the end of this month, let me find my picture here. I just got one picture that Sam sent me. So when we printed the Robin Hood Gilded decks, the Gilded decks for the subscription are gilded in gold. But would make it astronomically expensive if we only ordered like 300 of those book boxes, and we only have 300 gilded decks, slots. So we printed 500 book boxes, because that was basically like the minimum order of these book boxes that we have to do every time. So we had to make 500 book boxes. The Gilded Robin Hood deck looks like, this is the box that it comes in, the little book box. And it's gilded in gold. And that's for the gilded subscription. So we had 200 extra of those book boxes. And so we gilded 200 Robin Hood decks in Kelly, like a Kelly green, which is the traditional Robin Hood color. Let me see if I got the foil color here. I think I've used it before. Let's see here. I think it's this 170. Am I still? Yeah. I think it's this 170 right here. That 170 green right there. So anyways, we gilded 170. That's funny. The gilding color is 170, and we gilded 170. That's weird. But we added this little kind of like seal that went around the book pages. And this is the, we call it the Sherwood Forest Edition. Let me see if I can pull this over here. Let me just download it. Open in Poto Hops. Yeah. So this is Sam testing out the fit of the seal that we made. So this is, I'm not sharing my screen. So this is the little Sherwood Forest Edition that we made of the Kelly Green Gilded Robin Hood decks. So it's a little stitched seal. This is not fabric. It's just supposed to look like fabric. Little golden arrow, and then it's got the edition number 001 of 170. This is the one that's the Kelly Green Gilded. So this is not the subscription deck. This is the extra one that we did because we had to have a minimum order of 500 of these book boxes, and I didn't want to throw them away. So we should be releasing. I think we are releasing these 170 Sherwood Forest editions. This is a good picture. You can see the printing of the pages on the foil right there. But I think that we're releasing these Sherwood Forest editions that are gilded in Kelly Green. I think we're going to release these at the end of this month of October. I'm not sure what the date is, but so we got these coming out at the end of the month. We've got the let me see here. Let me open this up here. So our big release for, and we also have the next print run of Legal Tender, the new and improved Legal Tender that's coming. That'll be here very, very soon. And I think we're going to put those on the website as soon as we get them. But we have our book box version of Legal Tender that's going to be in its own little book box that says Legal Tender in holographic foil. And we have 800 that are gilded in holographic foil. What was I looking up? Yes. Here it is. We have 800 that are gilded in holographic foil. Okay, I'm going blank here. And then we have 200, I think less than 200. 200 that are gilded in gold. Here it is. Yes, that's it. Let me share my screen. So if you remember the first Legal Tender, there was a seal that I did that was very similar to this in the Legacy Edition. And so this is the seal that's going to go, let me show you. The book box will be similar to this in size. It's actually the same green faux leather, but it says Legal Tender right here in holographic foil, and it says Legal Tender here, and then it says by Jax Robinson, and then it has the Kingswild logo right here in holographic foil, and then in this area here is going to be this seal right here. Will be this seal. And so we have 800 that are gilded in holographic foil, holographic gilding. And this is a seal that is on a really nice white paper background. And it says edition gilded, limited edition playing cards. And then it has the edition number here of 800. And then we have 180 of them that'll be in the book box that are gilded in gold, and they're called the Fort Knox edition. And same kind of thing, gold foil base substrate with the black and white ink, and then the edition number of 180. So that's the Legal Tender. That's like the Uber editions of Legal Tender that we haven't released all year, that we've been kind of saving for Black Friday. Let's see here. There's still 38 people watching. People keep asking questions. I'll stay. What is it? I'll leave at midnight. Wow, this is the longest one I've ever done. What is it? 9, 10, 11, 12, 3 hours? Woof. All right, so I'll stay for about 10 more minutes and answer any questions that you've got. I've shown you guys lots of stuff. Let's see. See if you guys have any more questions. I know I'm delayed here. Good. I'm not leaving yet, John J. I'll stay here for 10 more minutes. Will you drop something for members only for Black Friday first, or is it open for everyone? Most likely everything that you've seen. Most likely everything that you've seen that's new, like the Uber editions of the Robin Hood, the Legal Tender book boxes, all the stuff that's new, all that stuff. Most likely we will do a kind of like a 48-hour early release for subscribers to get those things early. So that's if we've got everything ready. But yes, if you are a subscriber, you will most likely get early access to all that new stuff, because that's definitely a good perk, one of the big perks for being a subscriber. Any update on Lord of the Rings? You know what? I might as well show you more stuff. I don't have anything on Lord of the Rings. I plan to start on Lord of the Rings very, very soon. I'm going to be back on Lord of the Rings before the end of the year for sure. I will show you guys some more Mistborn stuff, because I do have more of that. Because my buddy Greg Huhai, who's an artist that I used to work with more than a decade ago, I have hired him to do the court cards, because he has a very similar style to my own engraving style, and he did a lot of stuff for Star Wars. When we worked together, we did a lot of Star Wars stuff together, and he has a really cool engraving style that's very clean and precise and surgical. But I'll show you some of the new Mistborn cards that he's done. Let's see here. Where are those at? I think those are in an email. Yes. Y'all have seen that one. So this is a character called Mare. M-A-R-E, Mare. Let's see here. Open image. Save image. Gotta save it first. Let me find the Reshek. Save image. All right. So this is a new character that he's done for me. Her name's Mare. This is his pencil drawing. Let me share your screen here. There's Mare. Let me see here, make it a little bit easier to see. So there's Mare. And then this is Reshek, who's the big bad guy. But this is a good example of his kind of more kind of clear-cut engraving style. So he's drawing the court cards, and I'm gonna do all the card work and the index work and the tuck case, all that kind of stuff. Let me see here. Copy. Open this a new image. Copy. Oops, that's William Barrett Travis. Sorry, people. So here it is as a two-way. So anyways. So for people that are just joining us, I'm going to show my shirts again. I'm going to show my shirts again because I want to. And then also because I'm talking about where we're releasing, and Matt Thompson, my good old friend, is asking me there. So this is the first King's Wild Thread shirt. This is the King's Wild logo shirt. There's the new tag right there. So this is the first shirt. This will drop probably on Black Friday, and I'll have the shirt and also they won't come together. There'll be some that come together. We'll have like 50 that come together. We'll have the shirt and the deck of cards. Which here's the deck right here. That matches the shirt design. Little King's Wild heads. So that'll come out with the shirt. Do I have a sample of the pirate shirt? Yeah, I can show you the pattern. So the red shirt will come out Black Friday. This will probably come out. This is the Washington Cross and the Delaware shirt. That'll probably come out maybe December, maybe January. Probably December. And then this one will come out. This is my favorite of the first three. This is my Tally-Ho Fox Joker design. It's got the Joker that I used for the Tally-Ho deck. It's really cool. Really cool blue color. And then the buttons. I'll show you the buttons. Really cool blue, and then all the buttons say, let's see if I can get it to where it shows it. I'm proud of this, so I'm going to keep showing it for everybody that's annoyed by it. It says King's Wild on it, laser engraved on the buttons. King's Wild, boom, shing, shing. Anyways. And that one will probably come out January, and then the VHS one will come out in February. The shirts, yeah. So the first one, Matt, my good old friend, will come out Black Friday, most likely. Let's see. Will there be any gilded versions of the newly released Holy Grail Arthurians? Yes. The only reason why we haven't released the gilded versions of that is because we don't have them yet. Gilding is a huge pain in the butt because it takes so long. But we have a book box. We made a book box. I love these book boxes. We made a book box the same size so you could put them on the bookshelf together. The Arthurian one is red. No. Yes, red with gold foil, and it says Arthurian. And we'll have a gold gilded Arthurian. We might have those for Black Friday. I don't know, though. It all depends on when we get the book boxes. So the price point for the shirts, they're really nice shirts. The price point on the shirts is going to be $52 for the shirts. We only make 150 of them. They're not technically limited edition. You're not going to get an edition number, but they're very short-run shirts, and they're super nice. The price of the shirts will be $52. Let's see. What's the material? The material is kind of a mix. It's this really nice, it's kind of half cotton, half polyester. It's not necessarily like a tech fabric because I don't really like tech fabrics because they always end up stinking. But it's a very nice half cotton, half synthetic fabric, and it feels very, very light, very cool. It's very nice. I probably was a little late in the game. I wanted them to release them during the summer, but it just took a little bit longer than it. But I'm really excited about it. Just pull my thing out of the earphones. I'll put one on for you because that's what you want, right? No. Yeah, just in time. Just in time for winter. Let's see, what are you asking? All those releases will be made at once in one day during Black Friday or in a few days. Pirate Sample. You asked me. Sorry. Let me open it up. I'm not going to forget you. Let's see. Shirts. Call it the Black Flag. Where is it at? Here we go. There it is. I don't care, JR. I will wear it for Christmas. This is the pirate. This is the pirate pattern for the pirate shirt, for the historic pirate flags. So there you go. Me modeling it for you. Boom. Looking svelte. Looking svelte in this new shirt. That's what I'm talking about. But that's the pattern for the pirate shirt. It'll be this pattern. It's going to be a cool back design, too, that pattern on it. But I'm really pumped about these shirts. I know they're just shirts, but I've been working really hard on these things for a long time to try to get them just right the way I want them. So let's see here. Looking sharp. Now it's really QVC. It is really QVC. And if you call in the next 15 minutes, 1-800-555-5555, you can get the deck of cards and the shirt for 17 easy payments of $19.95. All right. It's 12:01, people, my time. I'm going to call it a night. Let me get over here. You can see my nice face. Man, it's been a good night. Midnight, 3 hours long. It's the longest one I've done so far. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. As always, without you guys, I can't do all this stuff, and I can't support my family. I can't support all the people that work for me. So I definitely appreciate you hanging out and also doing business with me, buying my playing cards. I appreciate it. Let's see. Referring to Armin's question for Black Friday, will it be stagger release or will it be decks to be released at one time, 12 p.m.? We're not going to release everything all on Black Friday. We'll release a bunch of stuff on Black Friday. We will be releasing like the legal tender book boxes on Black Friday, but we're going to be kind of drip releasing it between now and Black Friday. And just be what was I saying? The best way to do it is keep an eye out on the Wednesday weekly updates, because those are going to be they will have all the important dates of releases that we have. Do you have the rights of your character that started the Kingswald logo? If so, will he make a cameo? I'm not sure what that means, but I definitely have my logo trademarked and copyrighted for sure. Let's see here. Oh, and also something else that we're going to be having on Black Friday. I totally forgot about it. That will be released on Black Friday is the new print of Deck the Halls, the new ugly sweater deck. This is the original Deck the Halls deck with the 100%, it's not printed, this is 100% embroidered tuck case to look like an ugly sweater. But on Black Friday, hopefully, we're releasing the new print run of this, and I've changed the back design. It's got a new back design, and it still has, we're still using green and red and white thread, but we've added gold thread as well to the mix, and gold foil to the back as well. So that's going to be something else that's be releasing on Black Friday. Anyways, that's it. I'm done. You guys have a great night. I hope you guys have a great week. Like I said, just be looking out on this week's Wednesday weekly update. We'll start having release dates for everything that's coming out between now and the end of the year, or now and the end of Black Friday. That's it. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. That's it. Okay. I'm not going to answer any more questions. I'm sorry. You guys have a good week. I'll talk to you later. See ya.